The first exercise is what I like to call the full strum. And the full strum uses this idea that we're going to use for all of these exercises, and it is muting out the strings of the guitar. Very simple, right? One of the things that can happen is sometimes we can squeeze a little bit too hard and get a note, so you want to be nice and loose. Sometimes we can open up a little bit more and you can get the open strings. You just want to be right in the middle. You can do it anywhere on the guitar. You get a slightly different sound. If you have a bandana or a cloth, you can definitely bring it over there and mute out the strings by tying it across the guitar if you want. But that's the basic idea. We're going to transform our instrument into a percussive instrument. No pitches get out. This allows us to play with other music, which is really huge. Really, really big deal about this. So very simply, the full strum is, as you guessed it, strumming all 6 strings, just fully across. You want to make sure your aim is there. Take a look at it. Stare at your right hand. You want to get all 6 strings. Keep a very, very loose wrist if you can. The strumming comes from these muscles. It's these muscles shaking the wrist back and forth. If you notice anything in your elbow or in the top part of your arm, then most likely what you're doing is you have a locked wrist and all of the strumming is coming from the top part of your arm over here. With a loose wrist, you're taking these 2 big muscle sets and you're just kind of wiggling that right hand back and forth. This is our foundational strum. This isn't necessarily that easy. It's easy to explain, easy for me to demonstrate. This can take a little bit of time to get together. But guess what? You got a whole week to do it. So have some fun with it. One of the exercises that you are to do with this, and it makes a huge difference, is to put on some music. Whatever you normally listen to, whatever you love to listen to. If you have videos, you can watch videos as well. And headphones, speakers, whatever it is. But sit there with your guitar, and the general idea, or the simple idea is, you want to think about, where is that beat? Ask yourself, where would I be dancing with this? And just think about it. Actually, more feel it. Try not to think about it. Try not to overthink it. Wherever that groove would be, wherever that feel would be, that's where you're going to be strumming. You don't have to listen to the guitar player. You don't have to listen to the keyboard player. You don't have to listen to the singer. You're sort of really just focusing on what the bass and the drummer are up to. But from a non-intellectual level, it's, where would you be dancing? If someone threw you out on a dance floor, how would you move? And then kind of get your core moving that way. It doesn't necessarily have to be your foot. Your foot, if you can look at your own body, your foot's very far away from where your right hand is. If you get the core of your body moving, really the shoulders and that head sort of pivot, if you know where that beat is, then you can begin the strumming. And you're actually physically moving to where the strum would be. And you start just with the downs, and then subdivide it. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And just do this for the entire length of the tune. Most pop tunes are about 3 minutes, and you just got yourself a 3-minute workout. If you're doing this and you're really working out the muscles, you'll notice that these guys get a little bit warm as you go through there. This is a very good thing. It's a very important thing, actually. This is helping develop the muscles. Essentially what's happening is your muscles aren't strong enough to do this right now. And your brain goes, whoa, that was so not cool. And it starts to allocate, resources so that the next day, when you come back to this, your right hand will be a tiny little bit stronger because your brain has built a little bit more muscle, and your muscle memory in this area is getting better. Plus you're mentally thinking about it from a different place. All these things really come together, which is why it's a week-long study. The key is choose a piece of music that you love. If there are no drums in it, or if you don't get the groove within 20 seconds, hit the next button, go to the next button, or go to the next tune. This idea and this strategy works for, by far, the majority of pop music. It does not work for everything. This one in particular doesn't work very well with waltzes. and definitely with odd time signatures, we get into a different category. But this is it. Very simple. Full strum. Put on a tune. Have some fun. Do a little workout for a week.